On the edge of a sleepy village stood an old mansion. It was a place that seemed to exist in a different time, shrouded in mystery and cloaked in an eerie silence that sent shivers down the spine of anyone who dared to approach. The villagers often spoke in hushed tones about the mansion, their voices tinged with fear and curiosity. It was big and scary. The towering structure loomed over the landscape, its dark silhouette a stark contrast against the pale moonlight. The mansion's once grand architecture now appeared menacing, with its tall, narrow windows and steep, gabled roof. The mansion was known as Blackwood Manor. Its name alone was enough to evoke a sense of dread. Stories of its past were passed down through generations, each tale more chilling than the last. The manor had a reputation that was as dark as its shadowy halls. No one dared to go near it. The path leading to the mansion was overgrown with weeds, and the gate, once ornate and welcoming, now stood rusted and foreboding. It was as if the very land around the mansion had been cursed, warning all to stay away. People said it was haunted. Whispers of ghostly apparitions and unexplained noises filled the air. Some claimed to have seen flickering lights in the windows at night, while others spoke of eerie sounds that echoed through the empty halls. The windows were boarded up, the paint was peeling. The garden was overgrown. Nature had begun to reclaim the mansion, with ivy creeping up the walls and wildflowers sprouting in the cracks of the stone pathway. It was a place that time had forgotten. The air around it felt cold. Even on the warmest days, a chill seemed to emanate from the mansion, as if the very walls were imbued with a supernatural frost. The mist that often surrounded the manor added to its ghostly appearance, swirling around like lost souls. The old mansion had many stories. Tales of tragedy and loss, of love and betrayal were woven into the fabric of its history. Each room held a secret, each corridor a whisper of the past. The walls seemed to hold memories, waiting to be uncovered. People whispered about the old family who lived there. The Blackwood family was once a prominent and respected name in the village, but their legacy was marred by misfortune. It was said that their spirits still roamed the halls, unable to find peace. They said the family still haunted the mansion. The ghostly figures of the Blackwoods were often seen in the dead of night, their mournful wails echoing through the empty rooms. Some believed they were searching for something or someone to release them from their eternal torment. The mansion stood as a reminder of a forgotten time. It was a relic of a bygone era, a monument to the past that refused to fade away. The stories of Blackwood Manor were a testament to the enduring power of history and the mysteries that it held. It was a place of mystery and fear. The very sight of the mansion was enough to send a chill down the spine of even the bravest soul. It was a place where the past and present seemed to collide, where the line between reality and the supernatural was blurred. Blackwood Manor was more than just a house. It was a legend, a haunting presence that would never be forgotten. Liam was a curious boy. He lived in the village. He always wondered about the mansion. He was scared, but also a little excited. One day, Liam's friends dared him. They dared him to go inside the mansion.
I don't want to go.
But Liam also didn't want to look scared. His friends were watching him. They were laughing and pointing at the mansion.
Come on, Liam. Are you scared?
Yeah, prove you're brave.
Liam took a deep breath. He decided to be brave. Liam walked towards the mansion. His heart was beating fast. He reached the old wooden door. It creaked loudly as he pushed it open. Liam stepped inside the mansion. It was dark and dusty. Cobwebs hung from the ceiling. Liam could hear the sound of his own breath. He took a step further into the mansion. He felt a cold breeze. It seemed to whisper his name. Liam was scared, but he kept going. S1, who's there? Suddenly, Liam saw something. It was a faint light. It was moving towards him. Liam froze. He was too scared to move. As the light came closer, Liam saw a figure. It was a young boy, about Liam's age. He looked transparent. He was glowing. Liam realized he was looking at a ghost. The ghost smiled at Liam.
Hello, my name is Thomas. Don't be afraid.
Liam couldn't believe it. The ghost was friendly.
Wow, a ghost. And you're friendly?
The adventure was just beginning for Liam. Liam and Thomas talked for a while. Thomas told Liam about the mansion, and he shared stories about his life there. Then Thomas looked sad.
I lost my locket. It was very special to me. It had a picture of my mother inside. I really want to find it.
Liam felt sorry for Thomas. Thomas smiled. He was happy to have Liam's help. S1, don't worry, Thomas. I'll help you find your locket. Liam and Thomas started their search. They looked everywhere. They looked in the dusty old furniture, under the creaky floorboards, and behind the faded curtains. But the locket was nowhere to be found.
I don't know, Thomas.
Thomas tried to encourage him.
We just have to keep looking, Liam.
Finally, Liam spotted something. It was a small, glimmering object hidden under a loose floorboard in the attic. Liam carefully lifted the floorboard. There, covered in dust, was the locket.
I found it. It's the locket.
Liam picked it up and dusted it off. It was a beautiful gold locket. He opened it. Inside was a faded picture of a beautiful woman. It was Thomas's mother. Liam took the locket to Thomas.
Here it is, Thomas. We found it.
I can't believe it. You found it.
Thomas, you're finally at peace. Narrator. Thomas was overjoyed. He took the locket in his hands. A bright light filled the room. When the light faded, Thomas was gone.
Liam knew that Thomas had found what he was looking for. The mansion felt different now. It was no longer scary. Liam left the mansion. He felt different too.
I'm not scared anymore. I faced my fear and made a friend.
Liam learned that being brave doesn't mean not being scared. It means doing something even though you are scared.
Things aren't always what they seem. Sometimes the scariest things are just lonely and misunderstood.
Liam told his friends all about his adventure. He described every detail with such enthusiasm that it felt like they were right there with him, walking through the grand halls and exploring the hidden corners of the mansion. His eyes sparkled as he recounted the eerie yet fascinating events that had unfolded. At first, they didn't believe him. They exchanged glances, their faces painted with doubt and curiosity. The idea of encountering a ghost seemed far-fetched, even in a place as old and storied as the mansion. They had heard tales of haunted houses before, but this was different. This was Liam, their friend, standing before them with a story that seemed too incredible to be true.
Really? You met a ghost named Thomas? The question hung in the air, a mix of skepticism and intrigue. They wanted to believe him, but the rational part of their minds resisted.
And you found his lost locket. The locket was a tangible piece of evidence, something they could see and touch. It added a layer of credibility to Liam's tale, making it harder to dismiss.
But Liam told them about Thomas, the lost locket, and the peace he had helped Thomas find. He spoke of the ghost's sorrow and the relief that came with reuniting him with his cherished possession. The mansion, once a place of mystery and fear, had become a setting for a poignant story of closure and peace. Liam's friends were amazed by his story. They leaned in closer, hanging on to every word. The skepticism began to fade, replaced by a sense of wonder and fascination. They could almost see Thomas, the ghost, wandering the halls in search of his lost locket.
The mansion doesn't seem so scary now. S3. Wow, that's incredible. The words echoed the sentiment of the group. The fear they had associated with the mansion was melting away, replaced by a newfound respect for its history and the stories it held within its walls.
They realized that the mansion wasn't so scary after all. It was a place where stories lived, where the past and present intertwined in a tapestry of memories. The grand rooms and antique furnishings no longer seemed intimidating. They were part of a living history. They started to see it in a new light. The mansion, bathed in the soft glow of the sunrise, looked almost magical. It was no longer a looming structure of shadows and whispers, but a beautiful testament to the passage of time and the lives that had touched it. The mansion was no longer a symbol of fear. It stood as a monument to the stories of those who had lived there, each room echoing with the laughter, tears, and whispers of the past. The blooming flowers and serene landscape added to its charm, making it a place of beauty and reflection. It was a place of memory and peace. The garden, with its tranquil ambiance, became a symbol of the mansion's transformation. It was a reminder that even the most mysterious places could hold stories of hope and redemption. The friends left the mansion with a sense of awe, their hearts touched by the tale of Thomas and the locket, and the realization that every place has a story waiting to be discovered. Liam never forgot his friend Thomas. Their friendship was one of those rare connections that transcended the boundaries of life and death. They had met under unusual circumstances, but their bond grew stronger with each passing day. Liam often found himself reminiscing about the times they spent together, the laughter they shared, and the challenges they faced. He often visited the mansion, not out of fear, but out of respect and remembrance. The mansion, once a place of eerie silence and ghostly whispers, had become a sanctuary of memories for Liam. Each visit was a journey through time, a chance to relive the moments that defined their friendship. The creaking floors and the old dusty furniture were no longer intimidating. They were comforting reminders of a friend who had left an indelible mark on his heart.
Even though Thomas was a ghost, our friendship was real. It was as tangible as any other, filled with genuine emotions and shared experiences. We communicated in ways that went beyond words, understanding each other's thoughts and feelings effortlessly. Thomas's presence, though ethereal, was a constant source of strength and support for me. He taught me that true friendship knows no boundaries, not even those between the living and the dead. It was a bond formed in bravery, kindness, and facing our fears together. We stood by each other through thick and thin, confronting the unknown with unwavering courage. Thomas's ghostly form never deterred me. Instead, it inspired me to be braver, kinder, and more compassionate. Together, we faced the darkness, illuminating it with our shared light. Our friendship was a testament to the power of human connection, transcending the physical realm and touching the very essence of our souls.
The mansion on the hill remained a landmark in the village, but its story had changed. No longer was it a place shrouded in mystery and fear. The villagers, once wary of its haunted reputation, now saw it as a symbol of hope and resilience. They spoke of the mansion with a newfound respect, acknowledging the extraordinary friendship that had blossomed within its walls. The tale of Liam and Thomas became a cherished part of the village's history, a reminder that even in the most unexpected places, true friendship can be found. It was no longer a tale whispered in fear, but a legend shared with a sense of wonder, reminding everyone that sometimes the bravest thing you can do is to face your fears and offer a helping hand, even to a ghost. The story of Liam and Thomas inspired many to look beyond their fears and prejudices, to see the humanity in every soul, living or departed. It taught them that acts of kindness and bravery could bridge the gap between worlds, creating bonds that defy the limitations of time and space. The mansion, once a place of dread, now stood as a beacon of friendship and courage, its walls echoing with the laughter and love of two friends who proved that true friendship is eternal.